morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let me move this over here. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Apologies, we weren't on yesterday. We are right back. It was a busy day yesterday picking up the visa, but we're right back, guys. What's going on, everyone? Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all clear. Good morning, David. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Let me move this over here, guys. Gold had a absolutely crazy drop yesterday. Anyone see that gold drop? Gold dropped out of absolute nowhere yesterday. I didn't really trade much yesterday because gold was ranging. And I was just watching it in the background whilst I was just kind of going about my business, catching up. I had literally just got back after like a 7-hour long drive. And I just watched this thing just drop like absolute crazy. Yeah, five minutes, 150 USD drop. Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. From the highs here down into the lows. Almost 2,000 ticks, which is just ridiculous. No, that's the thing. I couldn't see any news for it. Unless I missed something, I couldn't see any reason for it, which was even more crazy. Audio video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back on, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. It was a Trump tweet, really. I couldn't... Let me have a quick look. When I was looking at the time, there was a post on the news website I look at saying they couldn't see any reason, but maybe there ended up being a reason. I didn't... let me see. Yeah, I mean, there must have had to be something. It was just... I've never seen gold drop like that in 5 minutes. I've seen a lot of drops on gold. A lot of drops. But I've never seen that amount of movement in, yeah, literally minutes. It was just crazy. Where was it? I'm trying to let me see if I can find it. Where are we? It took me a while to go back. Let's just have a look, see what we've had overnight as well. But yeah, it's Friday today, guys. So, oh, there you go. Nice, Alex. We have core CPI today, 1:30 London time, guys. 1:30 London time. We do have core CPI today. Do we have anything overnight? Let's have a look. No, not really. Talking about the US CPI inflation report due to come out Friday morning. Nothing too crazy. Let me just have a look. Get my trading view chart up here, guys. Let's have a look. Gold have a nice bounce. I did take some pre-London longs here. Just a very small scalp. Playing gold back up into... Just coming back up for a retest at this level. You had a nice liquidity grab, held view up. So just bought it from here as a pretty decent push. But gold looks like it's moving pretty nice. So we'll see what we get for the day. Let's break down the charts. Let me just get a trading view up here as well. You guys who traded Asia, did you guys get any trades in Asia? Hey Robin, what's going on? Good to see you here, man. $15 to pass the combine. Nice. Take your time with it, man. Take your time with it. $15 is easy to pass, man, but don't still wait for a good opportunity. Because I had plenty of times where I could be up like, you know, even $100 away from passing a combine. And one bad trade can send you right back down. You guys got a small long. Nice, Andy. Nice. Let's see. What did you do here in Asia? Let me get rid of this, guys. Let's have a look at this higher time frame. So there was again, this is the reason I was buying gold pre-London. There was a nice fake out. You broke bearish. You broke right back above. It was also an instant bottom wick, so you got long off that VWAP bounce, and already you got gold up 150 ticks, which is pretty huge. So where did you guys get long in Asia? Like around here, maybe this candle. Grab lows, held support. You're looking for a bit of a pullback into 5,000. Did you guys in Asia get that move? That was a pretty decent move. Yeah, nice, Andy. Nice, good trade, man. Nice trade. Grab lows, held support, closed bullish. Nice push. Caught the hourly evening star pre-London. Yes, nice, Ben. Nice. I did see some of you guys got that. That was a great short as well. Wick the highs, close bearish. This hourly candle, 326. That's a very nice short. Very, very, very nice short. Good job. You guys who took that short, that was nice. Very, very, very nice. Even just a retest of this breakout level, if you just took it back down into VWAP, nice 1.5 risk reward, nice, yeah. 200 tick trade in a single hourly candle. Amazing. Let's have a look. Let's do some top down here on gold. Now, although I didn't short this yesterday, any of you guys who have been here this week, we spoke about, let's clean this up a little bit here. Let's keep it simple. Let's get rid of this. Now we can keep that one actually. Let's get rid of all this. Now, you guys who are here, obviously we didn't get to trade yesterday, but when we were on the charts on Wednesday, remember you guys, I spoke about price coming up to grab last Wednesday's high. Now, you guys who are on Zoom, you guys knew about this short because I called it in the Asia market call. But if you guys kind of look here, what did we not do for this whole entire push up here? You never really grabbed anything. You had a whole trend line coming down. So what do these trend line means? This is what we talk about every single day. This is where people try and buy these trend lines and risk off the lows. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the short down because the price action was so choppy. From a technical perspective, this short was perfect. It was just absolutely perfect. There were so many levels where gold rejected and never had re-grabbed the lows. For instance, here, you have a rejection, you never re-grab the lows, you pushed up, there's your liquidity. Here, you reject, you never re-grab the lows, there's your liquidity. And again, I'm not showing you guys hindsight levels. We spoke about this on all of our Asia market calls. For price to come down, price to come up, liquidate these highs, and then, even for a bit of a pullback of this huge move up is expected. I spoke about even coming back down to 50%. We came right back down to 50% and already bounced here. So although it was a crazy drop, a very aggressive drop yesterday, from a technical perspective, it made so much sense. It was a great trade. And before the drop, if we try and ignore this candle here, there was like 1, 2, 3, like 4 equal daily lows at that point. And the likelihood of gold having 4 daily equal lows is unlikely. And there was also a bit of a gap here, and there wasn't much of a bottom wick on the current on the weekly time frame. So it was a very, 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 very nice short yesterday. Like I say, unfortunately, I didn't get it because the prior range was just awful. Like I was like, I'm not going to trade anywhere in here. So I did miss the big short, but from a technical perspective, with our liquidity levels, you absolutely wouldn't have been buying yesterday. So although you may have not got the short, or if you did get the short, well done, we certainly weren't most people who would have been trying to buy this trend line, because that's where people try and trade gold. They buy the trend lines and you get squeezed out every single time. So it was a great short. And I would like to see if we can get short again today on gold into yesterday's low. I would like to I'd like to see if we can get short into yesterday's low. So these liquidity levels have all played out perfectly. Like I said, you guys on Zoom, we spoke about these in like 2 or 3 Asia market calls and the New York market calls for price to come up and grab the highs and then get short to retrace some of this big move. So a very, very, very nice move. Now, what can we see for today? Well, let's have a look here. We had this great liquidity grab of last week's high. We failed to close above, and we've also reclosed back below 5,000. So reclosing back below 5,000 without grabbing yesterday's low, to me, even if gold was going to have a push up, I would say you're very likely going to come down, wick the lows, and then potentially push up. Or who knows, maybe you come down, you tag the lows, and you keep selling off. Whichever happens doesn't really matter, but we can say with good probability the likelihood of yesterday's low being grabbed in either situation is very likely. So I would like to get short into yesterday's low here. Now, where would I like to get short? Well, let's see. We had a very nice breakout. 5,000 is a very nice round psychological level. And we got London open in 60 minutes. Previous hour has just closed bullish. So I'm not selling this current hour. If the previous hour is closed bearish, reclose back above, I won't be shorting 7 a.m. If 7 a.m. wicks back below or creates an even star, great. We can potentially sell it. Yeah, it might be a statement even star, but again, you wouldn't be shorting this current hour on gold. Previous hourly confirmed the fake out, so if anything, we should be buying this hour, which is what I did pre-London. You don't want to short this just yet. But if we can maybe, you know, close back below or create a bit of an evening star, let's say if we fail to close above previous hourly highs, then that could give us a bit of an indication that we may get at London Open a bit of a top wick. Not the best of drawings here, and then see if we can short it. That's not the best of drawings, is it? We can do better than that. Let me bring us across a little bit. You guys get the picture. Let me see. Here, there we go. So we could be looking for something like this. If this current hour in 15 minutes does actually close back below previous hourly highs, then there's the potential to get short even into these lows here, which also never got grabbed before this current push higher. So two nice downside levels. Now, could we go long on gold? We could. Where could we go long into? Maybe back up to retest these breakout levels one more time. That's possible. But if I'm going to buy gold, it was at the open of this hourly. Or if I want to take a new buy on gold, it would be a break back above 5,000. So break back above 5,000 to buy. Or it was here, where I did buy. Here, back at support. Buying into the breakout. So let's see how this shapes up a little bit, because there may be some very nice gold shorts down into yesterday's low. They probably won't get that big of a move in London. You know, it's very unlikely you're going to see London sell off 1,000 ticks. I mean, hey, it's possible. I think for London, it'd be more likely you'll probably just play this 300 tick range. No bottom wick on this 4 hour. Nice. Let's have a look, man. On the currency, even nicer. Let me have a look. Yep, good point. Previous 4 hour on the currency chart, wick the highs, close bearish, and also no daily bottom wick at all, which is more likely than not to grab that. So yes, shorts on Goldie could be nice. Shorts on Goldie could be nice. We just probably want to see this London Open. So in the meantime, guys, we'll look at silver. We'll have a look at NQ. Have a look at some other markets. Stocks had a great dip yesterday as well. Let me have a look. Is Bitcoin dipping back down as well? Where are we at for Bitcoin? Where's Bitcoin back to? Bitcoin back to 66,000 on the spot chart. Bitcoin's still a great buy to me. There was some very good dips in stocks yesterday. I bought some Netflix yesterday. Bought some Netflix around 77s, which is nice. I don't think so, Philip. I don't think so. I'm not too sure, man. I didn't actually try this one. With my longs, I just tried to buy one mini. So I'm not 100% sure, man. As in it's not stopped, Isaac? You can trade more? Or it's still... yeah, as far as I'm aware... Yeah. Yeah, potential 30-minute evening star, yes. There is a 30-minute evening star, but again, you drop down to 30-minute once your hourly has confirmed to move. Well, how did the previous hourly close? Previous hourly just closed very bullish, confirming a fake out. So if you have an hourly confirming a fake out, do you want to drop down to the lower time frame and look for shorts? Not really. If anything, you should be dropping down to the lower time frame and buying right now, because you broke bearish, you broke straight back bullish, so your job is to buy 7 a.m. That's why I was buying this candle pre-London. You're buying 7 a.m. Why are you buying 7 a.m. and not selling it? Well, because you had that bullish closure. You closed back above a nice level of support that you couldn't hold below. You're buying 7 a.m. So if you drop down to your lower time frame and you try and sell against these hourly candle closures, you'll get stopped out on a lot of trades, and you'll also miss a lot of easy trades. So I think if we want to short this 30-minute evening star, I think let's just see if it can actually close bearish. And then fantastic. Then we'll confirm a 30-minute evening star. We'll also confirm an hourly evening star, which is more important, and then we'll try and get short. So you could have also said this is a you could have said is this a 30-minute evening star? Yes, it is, but why would you not sell this? Because if you shorted this, you'd be getting stopped out right now. Why would you not short this this 30-minute evening star? Well, because the hourly just closed bullish. So there's an example already where you've just saved yourself a loss. Because this is a 30-minute evening star. If we... Let's see if I can I hide? Let me see. I don't think I can hide this. Let me see if I can try and hide this. Not really. But you kind of get the picture. If you try and ignore the current 30-minute, how it looks, because it's easy to look nice and say you wouldn't have sold this, but if you tried to short that 30-minute evening star concept here, it wouldn't have worked. And the reason it isn't working right now is because you're breaking above support. Here, you broke above, held at support, you're pushing higher. So don't think too much just yet. Trade what we see. Right now, we see price breaking above a level of support, holding it and pushing higher. Don't fight that. Don't fight that. 4-hour faker. Nice. Let's have a look, Jake. Let's have a look at silver. Let's see what we got, man. I blew 3 fundeds this week and bought another one and made 1.5 thousand. Should I size down from here? I hate the eval phase. Yes, you should. I also hate the eval phase. But if you go into the mindset of I hate the eval phase, you're going to waste more time, but you're going to waste more money. Whereas if you said to yourself, damn, if I had just traded just one account properly, I wouldn't be going through this constant blow and reset cycle. So I know what it's like. You know, you get frustrated being the evals. You try and full port the combines. You end up just wasting weeks losing combines and losing money. Whereas if you just reduce your risk and trade properly, you'll get there a lot quicker without wasting loads of money. So don't definitely, if you've lost 3 funders this week and you're up 1.5k like today or this week, I absolutely reduce the size. Because if you full port the combines, the likelihood is you're going to take over bad habits to the XFA and you're going to lose it anyway. We're trying to work on consistency here, not getting rich quick. So don't focus on full porting the combines. Now, do I take more risk on a combine than my XFA? Yes, absolutely. But I won't try and pass them straight away, because I've done that in the past and you end up just wasting more time if you had just traded it the right way. Would you avoid trading the first hour of the Asian session just to get a feel of where the market's going? Yeah, that's a good question, Matt. Probably. I would say, what time does it... where is the open here? Let me see, where's today? You want to let the markets kind of find their feet a little bit first. I would say I would wait at least the first 30 minutes. Maybe even 30 minutes to an hour. Let that first hourly candle close and then make decision. Yeah, I don't want to be, as soon as the market closes, as soon as it opens straight into a trade. Yeah, let it play out a little, maybe even 1 or 2 candles. Let 1 or 2 candles play out, depends on the price action. For instance, here today, you know, here's the open. Well, I'd have been waiting for the breakout anyway, so maybe you would have been buying here at 1 a.m. So I opened at 11 o'clock London time, and the buys are at 1 a.m. So yeah, I would give it a little bit of time. Let the markets find their feet a little bit, especially when you had a huge sell-off yesterday. Buying here in Asia was very risky, actually, because you were so bearish. So looking at this, I actually probably wouldn't have bought that Asia trade. You guys who traded Asia today, that pre-London short was way nicer than this long. Because this long, you're buying gold against a 2,000 tick drop first thing at market open. So looking at this, actually, I don't like that trade, to be honest. Now I look at this properly, I don't like the longs. Because you're trying to buy after a 2,000 tick push down yesterday at the very first thing of a new daily open. So no, personally, I've been waiting for pullback to short. I wouldn't have bought this. Even though I can see the technical reason as to why you would have. Buying this in Asia, if I buy this in Asia and gold keeps pushing down, I'm going to look back and I'm going to go, well, what on earth was I trying to do? We literally sold off 2,000 ticks yesterday. Why was I trying to fight that? Or I could say, you know what? I'm going to let price pull back. That's not my trade. But when it does pull back and it gives me a reason to short, I'm going to do it. And this to me was a way nicer trade than trying to buy down here. Because at least if I short this pullback, I'm shorting after yesterday had that huge sell-off, as opposed to buying first thing at market open after a 2,000 tick daily candle close. So there was, grab lows, you held support, technical reason to buy it, but it's very, very, very risky. You do that out of 100 times, out of 100 trades, you're probably going to lose money. Yeah, let's have a look at silver here, guys. We got London Open coming up for Goldie here as well. Silver again, perfect sell-off on silver. Interesting thing about silver here today is what have we done that gold hasn't done? We've tagged the daily lows and we've pushed higher, whereas gold hasn't grabbed the daily lows. So shorting silver is going to be a little bit tough because you've already grabbed downside liquidity, whereas gold, we have very clear targets right now. So yeah, definitely, Jake. Yeah, if you're looking at this 4 hour, man, yep, there's a nice 4 hour fake out there on silver. Let me fix this up. Where are we? Let's go here. So you broke bearish, tag lows, broke straight back above on the 4 hour. So buying here in Asia was nice. You also liquidate previous day lows. Again, it's risky, but at least with buying silver as opposed to buying gold, gold didn't grab the previous day lows. Silver did. So in terms of what could we see for silver for London, I mean, I wouldn't want to be selling it, that's for sure. Again, you could have shorted this evening star here pre-London. As soon as you hit the support, as soon as you hit that VWAP, you manage your trade, you take profit, or you take the break even, whichever. You get that hourly fake out. This is where I was buying gold, but buying silver was just as nice. You broke bearish, you engulfed back bullish, and then you took the longs. So this would have been a great buy here on silver. A nicer buy. I took the longs on gold, but looking at it, silver was much nicer. Why was silver nicer? Well, you completely engulfed the previous candle and you reclosed back above resistance, and you've also grabbed daily lows. So buying silver was much nicer here. In terms of what could you see on silver for the rest of the London session, again, I'd want to see how you react around here. I do think you'll probably squeeze higher. Silver's the same as gold. It's not the market that's just going to top out and just push down out of nowhere. If you're closing bullish, you're closing bullish. So if anything, I would look for silver to get a bit of a pullback and continue buying, because you've already grabbed the downside liquidity. But gold hasn't. So silver longs were nicer pre-London. Gold shorts were nicer pre-London. But buying this 7 AM candle was much nicer here on silver. I didn't see that on silver. I was too busy watching gold. I bought this hour on gold. If I bought this hour here on silver, yeah, I would have had a much nicer trade. Where is it? Around here. Look at that lovely run. Great run. So let's see. We got London Open in 3 minutes here, guys. We'll look at, yeah, we can look at NAS, we can look at ES, see what else we get for the day. Remember, we do have CPI today, guys. 1:30 London time. 1:30 London time. We do have news. Where are we? What have we got? Is that it today? Yeah, CPI 1:30 London time. And then what do we have next week? A US bank holiday on Monday. Oh, what? Oh, it's, yeah, President's Day next Monday. So the US bank holiday next Monday. What else do we have that week? Not much. You got FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, and then you got GDP on Friday and PMI on Friday as well. But nothing too crazy next week. But you do have a bank holiday on Monday, guys. So bank holiday on Monday. Let's see. What's make or break here on gold right now is how we react around this 5,000. If I'm going to short gold into these daily lows, or even into these pre-London lows, this current hour would have to close below previous hourly highs. Otherwise, if this hourly closes above previous hourly highs, lower time frame, you're breaking out. And that's all this is. And this is why you don't need to be so glued to the 5 minute. Is I know what the 5 minute's doing depending on how this hourly candle closes. If this body closes above this previous wick, that's intraday, the market's still closing bullish and breaking out. Nice call. Yeah, so just gonna double top. Yeah, silver. Yeah, silver did take out some nice highs there. Silver was silver had a huge sell-off as well. Again, silver, did it make sense for silver to sell off? Absolutely. Look at this perfect trend line. Again, this is why traditional trend lines, trying to buy trend lines, just don't work in these metals. Because you try and buy this trend line, you get stopped out every single time, and that's exactly what we're trying to take advantage of. So you never want to avoid these trades, or you see a lot of people trying to avoid fake outs or avoid these liquidity plays. Like, no, this is exactly what we want to trade. You spot this trend line, we want to short down into that. Same as fake outs. Some people try avoid fake outs, but don't avoid fake outs. You spot a fake out, man, it's a great opportunity to take a trade. You had a great fake out here pre-London. You close bearish, you close back bullish. You don't want to avoid fake outs. We want to be trading fake outs. Look at that long right there. Great long. So there was a few reasons to short gold and silver yesterday. Let's see here, guys. London Open in 15 seconds. We will look at NQ as well. We'll look at NQ. I think gold is still probably going to break higher here, guys. Do I want to buy gold? No, because you're buying at resistance. When I was buying gold at support, not a resistance. The only way I'll buy gold is if we break out, and then I'll consider it. I'll buy into the breakout, but I'll buy into the breakout at support. Let's have a look here. So we're kind of creeping up. Remember, we do have a... Let me see. We do have news today as well. So Goldie, let me see. Again, guys, this is why I said don't short this 30-minute evening star. Why would you not sell this 30-minute evening star? Because the previous hourly closed bullish. If I want to sell gold, I want to see an hourly confirmation. Yeah, I've seen that, Sean. Ala turns into 1 minute NQ scalpers yesterday. I think he called it a nice trade as well. Nice. Morning star on NQ. No, that sounds interesting. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, nice. Good spot. Yes, very nice actually. See, is NQ going to play nicer again? Let me see. Not only are you... Look at this. Nice, great sell-off on NQ. Where? Above these previous daily highs, which we spoke about earlier in the week. So not only are you forming a morning star here on NQ, you're forming a morning star below previous daily lows. That's a great indication for a potential long. Let me have a look here, because this could be a nice trade. Again, it's obviously... You had a huge sell-off, so buying is a little bit risky. So I would just be willing to either accept that risk or just don't take the trade. But yes, this is a very nice morning star play right here. This 6 a.m. candle came down, wicked 5 a.m. candles, failed to close below, and you're below previous day lows. So this for a bit of a pullback does look nice. Now, like I say, the only thing with buying NQ is you are buying after a huge sell-off yesterday. But it looks pretty nice. It looks nicer than gold, I'm going to be honest. Was drawn up a live exam and played out perfectly. Yeah, nice. Being unfaithful to Goldie. Yeah, you can't be unfaithful to Goldie. This does look nice though. This looks nice. This is a nice spot here. If I was going to consider buy on NQ, I'd probably want to take the flip, which I may take. We'll see. I say I don't trade NQ very often. I very rare. I haven't traded NQ in the last like 2 months. It's just been pure gold. But this does look like a nice morning star. In terms of risk to reward, yes, it is risky, but the risk versus reward is very good. The downside risk is very small. The upside risk is pretty big. Even if NQ is just to pull back to create a new high of day, which is likely, it's unlikely that this high in Asia is going to be the high of the day. How often does Asia print the high of day on NQ? It's not very often. So there's the possibility that we could come back up to them levels. And to be honest, I would even see, even if you were just to play NQ, even for a tracement back up into a VWAP area. Let's see. I'll watch NQ. I'm still watching gold here as well, guys. Don't worry. We're watching gold. Gold's not really doing too much. NQ is moving. If you tag these lows, break back high, there's a potential long. Potential long. You do also have a bit of a left shoulder head. Potential to come down for a bit of a right shoulder. Could also be a nice long opportunity. But yeah, NQ longs from down here look nice. Before, maybe you continue selling in New York. I'm gonna put a buy stop here in NQ. Let me see. Can I put a buy stop in here? Let's see. Let's go buy stop 1. Oh no, that is not 1 mini. Sorry, that is 1 mini. That's not what I want to do. I want to trade 1 micro. That was a bit scary. Let me see if I can buy stop potential micro here. I almost took a mini there. MNQ. Let's go MNQ. Again, I don't trade NQ very often, so I will trade this at small size. Oh, see, wait there. NQ's already back at VWAP right there. Let me see. Where are we? It's only 45 though. I could probably go in a little bit more. It's only risking $50. I would like to risk more than $50. Let's see. Again, like I said, guys, I don't trade NQ very often, so don't just blindly follow this. This is just me seeing if this morning star can play out here. We don't want to see a new low down here created, so And you'd be trying to see if you can play this back up into these levels. See, it's only $100. I would like to see if there's potential to add a little bit more. Where are we? Where's my too many charts going on here? So what we got here? We got, let's have a look. We got the hourly time frame here. Well, maybe you can manage above previous hourly highs. And then we've got the 5 minute here. Right, let's see. Full port 10 minutes to VWAP on a Friday as well. It's called Fun Coupon Fridays for a reason. Full port Fridays. Call it full port Fridays for no reason, do they? Here's me trading 1 mini. That would have been pretty scary to be in 1 mini. I don't trade Nasdaq very often. Okay, so you're above previous hourly highs. So again, I would have to manage above them highs. You break the highs and push up, fantastic. As soon as you hit them highs, open to management. Goldie's just ranging, guys. Gold's not doing too much. NQ stealing the show here. You're also right. I didn't realize you're right back at the VWAP on NQ chart as well. I thought it was much higher for some reason. I don't know why I looked at it. I thought it was much higher. But we're already breaking above it. So as soon as you hit previous hourly highs, that could be a potential liquidity level. We got the micro chart coming here as well, but I would mainly go off this mini chart. I would have entered more. To be honest, I should have entered more. I very rarely trade NQ, so I don't really know the sizing. So I could have entered this for at least like 3. But it's all good. That's kind of good just see how the trade plays out either way. But to you guys who spotted that morning star on NQ, nice spot. The reason that morning star is so nice is because it's a morning star below previous day lows at massive support. So in terms of risk reward, you should have actually been buying here at 7 a.m. You guys who trade NQ, you're trying to trade these morning star plays. As soon as you see this candle wick the lows, hold support, you should be buying 7 a.m. Like I said, I wasn't on the charts, I was buying gold, but that is a very valid long right there. And you already break even, maybe even you're taking some profit. So if you want to take these morning star plays, you should be buying as soon as this candle here grabs lows, hold support. You want to be buying this candle. So although we're not buying from down here, we're buying a little bit late. Well, I'll be open to managing more aggressively. But yeah, nice spot there. Nice spot. Yeah, nice trend line too. Alad's missing out. This is all Alad's fault. Yep, nice trend line, man. Nice trend line. And Goldie, still squeezing a little bit high. Gold not really doing too much. Gold is breaking high, but like I said, I wouldn't buy gold from here. If I was buying gold, it'd be back down at VWAP, which is around, on the spot chart, like around 49.60. There you go, NQ. It's only one micro. What's that? Almost 30 points in a London session. It's not bad. Off a morning star below previous day lows. Look at this daily. Morning star below previous day lows and 24,750. Yeah, it's only a bit of a forward test for me, to be honest, man. It's not a trade I would worry about. I don't, like I say, I never really trade NQ, but it's nice to see it's following the same principles of how we trade gold. See, if I was in this for more, this is where I would be taking profit. I would be taking something off the table. The reason I'm not is because one micro, I just want to see if we can actually hit our targets and just see how it plays out. Where is our targets? Our targets would be much higher. I would be targeting here. But yeah, it's not a trade. I say to you guys, don't worry about trying to follow this or copy. I don't trade NQ very often, but yeah, if I was in this for more, I would be taking profit, previous liquidity high, and VWAP right there. And in a London session, 20 points on NQ in less than 10 minutes is a good trade. I need to lock at my 550. So you can probably afford to trade more than you can definitely afford to trade more than one micro on NQ. I don't know how much we can trade here. I don't think it's restricted like gold. I'm not sure. Silver's pushing, really. Gold's not doing anything. I'm watching gold here. Gold's not doing anything. Is silver having the fun? Yeah, nice instant reaction. What's this? This is where people try and short, risk off these highs. So what does price come up and do? Same as gold. Comes up and liquidates them highs. Now, on NQ, could you now get that deeper retracement back down into this region? Yes, very possible. Very, very possible. Let's have a quick look. Silver. Yeah, nice. Silver's still breaking out. This is good. Silver longs are nice there. Silver longs are nice. NQ longs are nice. Gold's breaking out, but again, I don't really have any reason to buy gold. There's a lovely breakout in silver. Resistance for the long on silver is all the way back up at $80. So you're buying into the resistance after a massive fake out. So look how nice this fake out was here on silver, guys. You guys who are trying to trade these fake out plays, which is what we talk about every single day. That was there you go. I'm out there on NQ. Let's get rid of NQ for a second. That right there is an absolute textbook play. Anyone who's trading these fake outs or trading pre-London, that right there is a great trade. Much nicer than gold again. Silver moving very, very nice here. Again, why is silver nicer to buy than gold? Well, you liquidated previous day lows. Here, liquidate previous day lows and $75 is a very, very, very nice push. So where would you be targeting silver? Well, if you look at the high time frame, where's the real next big levels? Here. So the next level where I would want to be potentially shorting silver, which could be a level where I can buy up into, is anywhere from 80 back down into 79-ish. So would I be worried about buying silver into resistance? No, because the resistance is still much higher. Maybe manage more aggressively, like as soon as you start hitting this support, which you hadn't yet hit, maybe you can even just take the trade off there. But yeah, that was a nice quick NQ scalp. You know, didn't really run too much. You did hit previous hourly highs. You are at VWAP. If I was going to get long on NQ again, I'd want to see a little bit more of a pullback. Let's go back to Goldie here, guys. Have a look. And Goldie, let's get rid of these levels. Goldie still squeezing higher. You could go higher on gold, but like I say, I'm not buying gold here. I can't. Why would I buy gold at resistance? If you're buying gold, which I did, you're buying gold at support, not here. So I think there's nicer opportunities in the markets right now than gold. Silver was nicer, NQ was also nicer. But if you don't trade the markets because you just want to stick to gold, that's fine. Just wait. Just wait. Just because other markets are moving and gold might not be moving doesn't mean you need to go out there searching for trades. Just wait. I'm doing it because I want to see how it plays out with you guys here live. But me personally right now, I'll be walking away. Let gold play out. Let this Audi play out. Wait till it breaks back below. Super simple. Your job right now on gold is very, very, very simple. All you want to see, closure back below, if I can bring this up, closure anywhere back below 4989-ish. Cool. Get short. Until then, don't short. Super simple. Your job to short gold right now is very, very, very simple. You break out top wick, you get short. It is literally that simple. Yes, it might require a bit of patience and that might get annoying, but you can't get annoyed with the markets. Remember, guys, we don't control the markets. We simply trade them. I think our job right now as traders to trade these markets is extremely simple, and there's no reason to overcomplicate it or overthink it. Break below, we go short. Continues pushing up, that's fine. I'll wait for a pullback and keep shorting. Yeah, sure, yeah. One rangy week on gold. Everyone wants to leave already. Yeah, it has been a very choppy week, to be fair, on gold. Obviously, you had that huge breakout yesterday. I didn't get to trade New York on Wednesday. New York on Wednesday again was extremely choppy. Yesterday as well, extremely choppy. Where was London? I'm glad we didn't trade London yesterday. Where was London? Did we miss anything yesterday? London, we jump on around here. So no, not really. We wouldn't have even taken anything on London yesterday or even in New York. But again, you know, same thing, even in these ranges. You can try and trade this range and you can get frustrated and you can lose loads of money and drain your mental capital, Or you can say, what? The markets are ranging, and if the markets don't know where they're going, well, I certainly don't know either. So therefore, let me just take a step back and wait. Super simple. Super simple. All I mean is full bought in gold shorts. They are absolutely not my words. Now we'll see. We'll see. Remember, we got CPI today as well, guys. You got big news today. Big news. What indicators do I use? This is just a VWAP here, man. That's it. Nothing else. I'm a 90% price action trader. I use price action and liquidity. That's it. I have a VWAP here, just an added confluence. But all of my trades are just based on pure price action. VWAP's just an additional confluence. Same as where I bought here pre-London. I bought off the bounce of this VWAP. Now I can only trade one micro here, but it was a nice 100 tick trade. I bought here. Did I buy here just because it's VWAP? No, I bought here because it was an hourly fake out. That's pure price action. It was an hourly fake out, and this candle opened and instantly pushed down with no top wick. So I was buying off VWAP, but I was really buying because it was an hourly fake out with an instant bottom wick, with price just coming back up for a pullback. So I'm a 95% price action trader. Went to get a drink and all I heard was full port gold shorts. Are we already in, sir? We're already in, man. We already got short. We're already in now. We got short right here and we're already out. You missed it. That's an expensive drink. Yep, me too, Corey. Me too, man. Me too. We can short this current hour on gold because the previous hourly didn't close that bullish. It held resistance, and this current hour is above previous hourly highs. So is this a situation where we can short the 30-minute? Yes. Because the previous hourly, yeah, it did close bullish, but it also held resistance. The reason I don't short this hour is because the previous hourly closed very bullish, confirming a fake out. But when this current hour at 7 AM didn't really close above resistance, didn't really close support, and we're above previous hourly highs, can I now drop down to 30-minute and trade this hour for shorts? Yes, definitely. Because we're above the previous hourly highs and we're at a nice level of resistance. But to be honest, my concern here with gold right now is the more that we reject from here, the more likely you probably will come up and grab these highs. I think this could be a bit of a trap to short gold right now. It's just I'm a little bit skeptical. Skeptical people trying to short here. Maybe they risk off these highs here. And you could squeeze up a little bit more. You retrace more of this big sell-off from yesterday, and then maybe you get short. Let's see. On big news days, how early would you recommend sitting out from trading? It honestly depends on how the markets are moving. I wouldn't trade. Like I said, it depends on how we're moving. If the high time frame is ranging like this yesterday, I wouldn't even watch it at all. But if we're kind of moving like today, where we're still kind of moving pretty nice, like we're not really ranging here, then I would trade like at least like an hour before the news. It honestly depends on how we move leading up to the news. Like if it's like this, I won't trade at all. It's like it's impossible. You can't read price action here. There's nothing to read in here, so I'll just walk away in here. But if it's moving like, you know, kind of nice, maybe we're creating some liquidity, then I can trade into the news. Depends on how we're moving. Yeah, definitely, Sean. Yep, getting out this week without damage is a good result. Definitely. I mean, I've had a very good week. I found the markets really good this week, and I've hardly even traded much. That's the thing. I've hardly even been on the charts much this week. I'm having a great week. There has been some good trades. It's definitely been a patience week, that's for sure. Where did we start the week? We started the week on the 9th, which was here. So it's these great best trade. Yeah, it's probably one of the best trades so far this week is these longs here on Monday. Great longs up into them targets. We also shared this in Discord as well. Great longs up there. Called that trade. Yeah, not really too much. I was kind of scalping this range yesterday after the huge sell just because the volume is just so crazy. I took a little loss on the personal this morning, trying to short gold. Unfortunately, didn't flip the longs on my personal, but so far I'm pretty happy with this week. I have been trading the personal, obviously, a lot more. So all of these are personal trades for me. But yeah, I took a little loss on the personal here this morning. I didn't get to buy back gold. I took it on the XFA instead. This is kind of trading some of it yesterday. I changed it to AUD because my personal is in AUD. Yeah, they did. Yep. I took shorts on my personal in the overnight session on Wednesday as well, which was the 11th. Where did I get short? I can't remember exactly where I shorted. But I shorted. Where was it? Where was the close? I think I shorted like pretty much around here or something. And I was trying to short down into here. But by the time I woke up, we were like somewhere around here and I had to close the trade. I was hoping I was going to wake up and we were all the way below the lows. But it didn't move that much. This is shaping up not too badly here on gold. This is trying to shape. Oh, look at that great exit there on gold. NQ. Sorry, great exit on NQ. Why did we exit there on NQ? Well, because we were at a liquidity high and we were at VWAP. Would I have sold this on NQ? No, I wouldn't have sold it. But again, if it didn't work from here, what did we say? There's the possibility that we pull right back down to here. And well, that's exactly what we did. We came up. We liquidate these highs. What are these highs? This is the level where people try and short here, risk of the highs. They get stopped out. Price has that huge pullback. If we had broken it, great. Would have been a very nice trade. Perfect management there on NQ. Perfect management. The reason for managing, liquidity high and VWAP. If, like I say, if I was in it for more size, I would have taken profit there. Now look at that. Huge short. So when you guys just said full port gold shorts. No, you didn't. You weren't listening. I said full port NQ. Yes, Tega isn't annoying trading in USD and profits in AUD. I've changed it to AUD because that's what my personal account is on. My personal account is AUD, and Australia's my home, so for me it's easier because I'm always doing it to USD, then working it out into AUD. But when I was doing it on TradeZella, even though my personal is in AUD, it was automatically converting it to USD. And I was looking on my phone, I'm like, why is it so different? So I just find it easier for when I'm trading the personal just to have it in AUD. Yeah, I just want to see bigger numbers. Actually, I'm going to change it to like Thai baht or something, actually. That could be even more impressive. We'll change it to Indonesian rupee. Yeah, I'm up a couple of six figures today, guys. What currency? Let's talk about something else. Worry about something else. But no, I like to have it in AUD because that's my base all my income off AUD. Yeah, Vietnamese. Get the Vietnamese dong. Change to Vietnamese dong. I'm getting exposed today here on a Friday. Yeah, she made $1 million. $1 million today. $1 million? No, just $1 million. Doesn't matter what it's in. It's just made $1 million today. Don't worry about it. Yeah, gold's still squeezing high, guys. No sells here on gold. I do think we're probably going to liquidate these highs a little bit. It's about £40. That's crazy. Is that how much it is? A million Vietnamese dong is... I kind of want to change on TradeZilla, but I think I want to. I want to go through the effort of changing it back. That's crazy. Alright, let's do it. Oh, you actually can't. I can change it to euros, USD, AUD, pounds, Canadian dollar, Indian rupee, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, Hong Kong dollar, and some Czech currency. Unfortunately, I can't. That's amazing, but nice. Change the grand for about 10 million. Nice. Yeah, change to whichever the highest rate is. But no, I like to have it in AD because that's where that's where I reside. Which I have dates planned to go back now, which is exciting. Not for a while, but got plans to dates finalized to go back to Australia, which will be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm wrong. Europe's great. Love Europe. Europe's fun. But to live, Australia's my home. Coach Aaron, hey man, does your trades alert straight connect straight to Topstep, or you have to manually export the trades from here and upload them? But for you guys, like I only use trades alert straight because my personal, but to be honest, like you guys can just use the performance stat built in Topstep. Like there's the performance stat in here is more than enough. Like it's fantastic. The performance stats here on Topstep, so I wouldn't even worry about it personally. I like to use it to show you guys other accounts, and I can't really show you like personal stats here on Topstep. So I put it all in trade zone and you can just see all the gold trades. But I mean, for the previous months, yes, this is like, say if we look at last month, I mean, it's going to have it in AUD now, but this, where are we? This last month here, this was all just trading fundeds. The only reason I'm trading a little bit more personal now is just because one micro is a little bit small for me personally. So I will still trade the one micros here like I did, but I still want to trade personal just with how volatile gold's moving. I want to take advantage of it. So all of these trades from January, this was pure. This wasn't personal at all. None of this was personal capital. So for you guys, it's easier if you just use the performance stats. You get just as much good data in there as well, and it's free. So how would you go about passing a combine in these conditions? It's the same way, man. Same price action. Everything's the same, but just smaller size. Smaller size. That's all you need. Long the queue, you can if you want to. I'm not trading it personally. I gave it a shot. I don't really care too much to get back in. But if you want to, you can. Personally, I'm not. 30 minutes about to close in 3 minutes. Depends how you close. You're at support, you're at resistance. You've also grabbed previous highs. So personally, no, I'm not going to enter egg cube. I'm trying to see if we get these goldie shorts, but we're not really doing too much. This current 30 is going to close above previous 30-minute highs, which is a reason to not short. Oh, I don't speak too soon. Let's see. You wick below these highs on gold, there's potential to short. But no, NQ, no, I'm not. You guys can if you want to. I'm not trading NQ. I gave it a shot. I don't trade it anyway, so I'm not going to start taking more than one trade a day. I took it more just to show you guys. But if you trade it anyway and you've got good results with it, great. But personally, I don't have that data, so I'm not going to trade it. Especially with gold shaping up here. You got a bit of a 5-minute evening style here as well. 5-minute evening style trying to shape up on gold. There's a bit of a trend line coming up. Yeah, this looks nice. The only concern with gold is you do still have some liquidity here. It's the only concern. Let's see. It's a bit of it's nice 5-minute evening star shaping up right now. Look at this 5-minute evening star shaping up. 5-minute evening star above some previous highs, and look how corrective this price action is. To me, this could all get wiped out in one candle. How big are these ranges? 150, 350. I'd be surprised if we now see London come all the way back down here. I think a move like that's probably going to take until CPI. And CPI might not even send gold level. We'll see. CPI could do anything. It's the best way. That's the way to pay us, David. That's the way we get the payouts. How long do you watch a session before logging off? No activity or chop. What I do here with you guys, to be honest, man, that's I watch the charts here, you guys, for about an hour, hour and a half, and then that's it. I kind of go about my day and set alerts and watch high time frame candle closures. Majority of my trades is just watching the hourly. I jump on, I'm like, oh, is the hourly, like here, for example. It doesn't take me long to, I don't need to sit here and watch this. All I do is I go, cool, I've got big, oh, where are we? I've got big resistance here. Let me see if I can actually draw on. Big resistance here. I've got big support here. We close above, I might go long. We close below, I might go short. And I don't watch any of this. Don't watch any of it. So the maximum amount of time I spend actually actively sat here looking at charts is with the time that we're on here together. Other than that, I'm going about my day. Most of my trades on gold are just hourly candle closures and 30-minute candle closures. So if I take a trade on an hourly, I don't need to sit there and watch it for the whole hourly. I'll just walk away for an hour and come back. See how it goes throughout the day. So right now on gold, obviously I'm trading with you guys, so I'm happy to sit here and watch it. But I'm looking to short gold down into these lows. So if I'm looking to short gold down into some lows, well, obviously, like I say, I'm on with you guys, but if I wasn't on with you guys, I wouldn't be sat here right now. I'm saying I'm just waiting for a candle to close below. So I'll walk away for 30 minutes, or walk away for the whole entire hour. Come back at the hourly candle close. Takes me 2 minutes to see if there's a reason to sit down for the next hour or not. Same as here pre-London. This hourly closed bearish. This hourly closed back above. Cool. This is the hour I'll sit down and trade. After that's happened, you can walk away. You can walk away until it, you know, breaks out and shows you something else, and then you can trade. So yeah, personally, I don't spend huge amounts of time actually sat here actively looking for trades. Gold still closing bullish, you guys. No shorts. Yeah, you can, David. I don't really, to be honest, man. I'm also a trade out of it. Then I don't really trade into. But yeah, you could use view app as a reason to exit. Same as if we were short in gold right now. Yeah, I would use view app as an exit price. Yep. As you were shorting here, look at that. Hits it perfectly and bounces. So as you were shorting here, hits it, starts rejecting, close the trade. So yeah, you can use it as a reason to exit because it's just support and resistance, right? If you can line it up with liquidity, even better. I wouldn't just take a short just because I want to short into VUP. I'd take a short because we've liquidated some highs and we've broken back below, and VUP might be VUP's like the icing on the cake. It's the final thing that I'll look at. It's not a reason to buy and sell. Same as I bought here pre-London. I bought off the bounce of VWAP, not because it was VWAP, because it was an hourly fake out. But for instance, let's say if we do this, let's say if we come up here on gold, we liquidate these highs, and then we start to get back below, and by that time, maybe, where are we? Maybe VWAP is like starting to come like up here, for example. Then it might line up with a bit of a trend line level. So then I might have the trend line level and VWAP. So yeah, I could probably exit it around there maybe. Okay, like an additional confluence. But really, your take profits and your reasons for taking trades should be off the liquidity levels. But do you have to hold it to full liquidity levels? Not really. If it hits the VWAP and starts bouncing, you can take it off there. There's lots of different ways to do it, man. So I'll definitely do a video on it soon. I'll try and do it this week. And a crazy busy week sorting the V's this week, but I'm gonna do the VWAP video in Discord very soon, man. Very, very soon. All right, YouTube guys, we got gold still pushing up here. I do think we're gonna squeeze a little bit higher, if not range. So for me personally, guys, I'm not gonna watch London anymore. I'm gonna do basically what I said to you guys. I'm gonna walk away for 30 minutes and then come back. Did the hourly close bearish? No? Cool. Walk away for the next hour. Did it close bearish? Yes, cool. Let me sit down and trade. But we got trade review right now, so I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. We're gonna jump on the Zoom for trade review, and I will see you guys same time again all next week. We've got some amazing content coming out this weekend as well, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.